Hey everybody, it's Lance Dawson. I am back with my amigo Andrew Stewart for yet another episode of Backstage Lowdown. This week, this week is kind of cool. If you have watched the movie I Love You Man with Jason Segel and Paul Rudd, a lot about that movie was about the trilogy of Canadian rock and roll history, and that is the band Rush. Today, we are going to be talking to Canadian music journalist and photographer Paul Beaulieu. I think I pronounced that correctly. I gave it a good shot. Anyway, he is going to be an organizer and host of RUSHfest coming up at Massey Hall and TD Hall. And if you are a fan of Rush, you probably want to get down and see one or both of these shows. So we've got him in studio for a very short amount of time. And Andrew and I are super excited to have him. So before I let you go and we get right to the episode, I just want to remind everybody this episode is sponsored by Look Digital Marketing. From stunning websites to full service digital marketing, they help your business shine online. See the difference with Look Digital Marketing. Look at Andrew. He's beautiful. You should see him off camera. If it wasn't for Look Digital Marketing, I don't know what we would do. Here we go.
There's the man.
Loving Faith. Hey.
Showing up. There we go.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. And it's nice to meet you, my friend.
Yeah, you guys too. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. Yep.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah. I just finished. In my defense, I'm just going to give you fair warning. I just finished doing our intro for you. Is it Beaulieu?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty
nice.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I gave it my best shot, man. I was like, I know I'm going to massacre this gentleman's name, and I really don't. I don't want to. But anyway, so that was good. I got it then.
Yeah, when I was young, it used to be bad because everybody thought my last name was Bellevue because they wanted my dad's autograph, right? And I said, no, not my dad.
You can have his autograph, but
yeah, I think I finally got my dad just to scribble on something and gave it to the kids so we go away, right? So yeah.
I thought it was pretty exotic. I went Beaulieu, like I just emphasized the Lieu.
Yeah,
Beaulieu,
no, that's good.
Right?
That's pretty good. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I imagine you'll have our female listeners giving you a call shortly, just based on how I pronounced your name. Anyway, we appreciate you spending time. I just wanted to let everybody know, about the upcoming shows at Massey Hall and TD Hall. And of course, it's been 5 years since we lost Neil Peart. For those of you not in the know or up on your Rush history, Neil is not only the drummer of Rush, but probably regarded globally as one of the best drummers of all rock and roll history. So, I mean, it's all arguable, but I honestly, he's always in the top three when you talk about the best drummers out there. Paul, you're a music journalist and photographer. What led you to RUSHfest? How did this all come up?
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I mean, I've been involved in Rush fan conventions for years. So the first one was really RushCon. It started in 2001. And I almost missed it. Somebody called me up and goes, "You're not downtown Toronto at the Rush fan convention." I go, "What are you talking about?" So immediately I got in the car and I was down there. And then the second year, I just contacted the people running and said, "Well, I'd like to sponsor it," because my website, the Canadian Music Scene, makes a natural fit for that. So I pretty well sponsored and helped out with every one of them, even the ones in Vegas and stuff like that. And then my good friend Steve, who unfortunately is gigging tonight in Scotland because it's 5 hours difference, and so he couldn't join us. But
it's a little late now.
Yeah, he's actually playing a gig right now, so it's
wow.
I'd even bug him to get on, but he won't respond even to me at this now. When he's in gig mode, that's full on. That's takes it pretty serious. But he contacted me in 2012. He came over and see Rush play, and he started a Facebook group called Alex Lifeson Guitars. And even though I'm a drummer, I have quite a few of Alex's guitars, and they're actually going to be using all my guitars, including the Geddy bass at RUSHfest Canada, right? So they don't have to bring it all over.
So you're a super fan. Like you've actually got you've got memorabilia and expensive memorabilia from
Well,
this
yeah.
band.
So I've got one of Alex's ES 355s, the white one, when they made a Gibson custom house one.
Right.
And I got Alex to sign it one time after we finished golfing. So it's one of the few, I think he's told me that he's actually signed at that model. And then I have a Alex Lifeson Les Paul Axis, the Viceroy one. And if you bought models 0 to 25, you got his signature on it. So I seem to like getting the guitars if they got signatures on it.
Yeah. How did you get access to buying these instruments? And how
Well,
did you
that's
were
it.
golfing with Alex Lifeson?
Yes, yes. With some charity golf tournaments. We golfed the tournaments, and this is one his sister Sally happened to be running. So we got together and we went out with Tim Nodder, who was the co-owner of the Orbit Room,
Okay.
and he was quite the character. So Tim was cool. Tim's like 150 yards straight as an arrow, and that's it. So then Alex and I could just unleash and do our Happy Gilmore, like run up to the ball and hit as far as we can. But I only got away with that once with that because Alex takes golfing very serious. He was like, "No, that's enough of that stuff. We got to get them."
Right.
so,
Yeah, yeah.
so it was a lot of it was awesome to spend a day golfing with him. That, but he takes golfing pretty serious. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun afterwards once we finished. And he's such a nice guy. This on one hole, the beer cart girl came by and she brought about 6 albums of her dad, who was a Rush fan. And Alex took no problem at all. Get over there and just signed each one of them for her and put a little picture with her. And then afterwards, he signed a guitar to and the guy who auctioned it, and won the auction for it. This is a funny story. I have to tell you this one, just because junior soprano. He looked exactly like junior soprano. So as the guy's walking up, I'm talking to Alex. I go, "You better sign this well. It could be cement boot time, right?" So the poor guy comes up, and two of us are laughing away, right? And he doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, he looks exactly like junior soprano. It was pretty crazy, yeah. But
Right
that's the
on.
way Alex is. He's always got time for people and signing stuff, and yeah, so that's
That's
cool.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I redirected you, but you were saying about how this Rush Fest came into being. This was you and your
Yeah.
friend that put this together.
Yeah, so Steve got a hold of me. Sorry, I got way late on there. Too many
No, it was
stories.
my fault.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and
We'll
that's
blame
okay.
Andrew, actually.
Yeah, and then yeah, so in 2014 he decided, we have a Yukon. It's a European fan convention, but we have enough people here in Scotland. Why don't we try running one here? So I went over the first year, and it's improved since then because I was a guest speaker the first year. So we've moved up. But it started off like a 1 day event, and with a Rush tribute band, and not always Steve's, but a lot of times Steve's, and a little all star, which is kind of the same format we're using on the Saturday. So we're having a whole bunch of musicians that we know that are Rush fans, and they're going to form an all star band and play several different songs. And I'm hoping Nina Gregario, I always say it wrong. Sorry, Nina. She's corrected me. So it's Nina De Gregario. Will be playing electric violin. She'll be playing mostly on the Friday.
Oh,
Alex
wow.
actually pointed
Nice.
out how
Yeah.
good she was and said, you had to try to get her up. And I have a whole page on my website dedicated to her. And she's amazing. She can make Limelights, the solo, and YYZ. It's like if you close your eyes, you're listening to Alex, but she's playing an electric violin. That's how good she is, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Incredible.
pretty
So
cool.
Very
do
cool.
Alex and Geddy Lee, do they come to this as well?
No, this is funny because I mean they haven't come out to any of the fan conventions. They can't really show a bias favored to that. They've always supported us, like Alex
Sure.
and Geddy, and then when Neil, when he was around with us, signed stuff for us all the time that we'd auction off, and Steve. Well, I guess myself, I've been over every year with him. I've raised over 250,000 Canadian for different cancers in the 11 years we've been running RUSHfest Scotland. And then he just said,
Fantastic.
"Hey, it's 10 years since the last show, and it's got to be Massey Hall. All the world's a stage. It's like iconic venue. It's where Rush played a lot and had a lot of their early career starts there. So we decided, yeah, let's see. And we contacted Massey Hall and we contacted the charity, and off it went. Yeah.
Wow.
And then the second day that is at TD Music Hall, which is part of the renovations they did at Massey Hall. So it's
Right.
it's all the new part that's up on the fourth floor, a lot smaller, but it's going to be more intimate. And it'll be more like a traditional Rush fan convention. We're going to have two tribute bands, All Star Band, and a couple of guest speakers. Yeah.
Wow. Now you mentioned like I guess I'm not up to speed. I mean, I liked Rush
Yeah.
too. I just
Yeah.
wasn't aware of their global power. So when you
Oh,
talk about,
yeah.
Scotland,
Yeah.
and then when you were down in Las Vegas, so they attract a huge American crowd as
Oh,
well, and
yeah.
then
Huge,
European.
especially down in the South, Texas, Florida, Vegas, California. There's all little fan conventions over the place. I mean, this was RushCon. That we had two of them offsite in Vegas when we were playing there, which were really cool. It's my first time in Vegas. I love it. It's just, I think I
Right.
got home at 3 o'clock, 3:30 every morning. Yeah. So by the time I got on the plane, it was a nice sleepy ride back to Toronto. But yeah, so
Nice.
yeah, they're very popular in Europe. We get probably there's 3 days now in Scotland. So we do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday is a little less formal. The Saturday is the big main day where we have all the main events and my friends band, the Moving Pictures plays, the All Star Band, all that. And we easily some nights get 300 and then up to 550. So we had to move it to like a bigger venue in Glasgow instead of having it in the small town of Bathgate. It was a great venue, but only hold 150 people. And we found after 2 years, it wasn't enough. Everybody's going, wow, we need a bigger venue. We don't have enough
Yeah.
tickets. We
That's
don't want to come.
awesome.
So yes, I'd say their popularity is still huge everywhere, and people love it. It's a love affair. I mean, everybody that shows up, they're happy to be able to talk about Rush, listen to Rush, and we can. It's not like
Yeah.
I grew up with my friends, bless my friends, they were all great, and I played in a band with my best friend, and he humored me and played Rush, but he didn't really like them, right? So, so all of a sudden there's a place where like all of us can get together and you don't get punished for talking about Rush and you can listen to every Rush song and you can play it as loud as you want and everybody sings along. So it's just, I think it just keeps the spirit going and everybody, you'll see, I think we've sold a fair bit of tickets for both days. So, there's still a lot of people who want to come out and celebrate the boys. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got projected, like, how many people you're expecting or something, and there's still
Well,
tickets
yeah. I
available.
mean, Massey Hall was probably a little bit of a big grasp, but we've
Right.
sold about 700 some tickets. I mean, it holds 2,700. So, but most of the
Fantastic.
tickets everybody has bought is kind of like in the one little cocoon area
Right.
on the main floor and the second floor, the balcony, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it won't look terrible. There'll be enough seats that like it's going to be. We could always use more. I mean, because everything else over top of our expenses, we give the money to the charity,
Yeah.
and it's the Brain Cancer Research Fund at Sunnybrook Hospital, and that was one that Rush donated to. So when Rush got a lifetime achievement, at that time it was called the Gord Downey Brain Cancer Research Fund. So Rush won, I think 40,000 for this lifetime achievement. They doubled it and donated, and that's where I got the idea. Well, it must be pretty good if the boys did it. We should
Yeah.
do the same one. So
That's
yeah, and I've got
fantastic. Good for you.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So that's our goal. Every year we always donate to some charity, and it's great. In the past, like I said, the guys have always helped us out. Like Geddy one year gave me a baseball signed by all three guys and had RRHOF 2013. So as they signed it after they got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame backstage, and he gave me one, right? And I think we raised 3.5 or 4,000 pounds with that baseball alone, right?
That's
So
really cool.
yeah, so it's cool, and they help us out like that. Yeah,
Wow. Oh,
yeah,
that is impressive.
So
Um,
there's still tickets available for
yeah,
this show coming up,
yeah.
and it's going to a great cause. People should get out
Yes.
there and get your tickets now. I'm curious, how did you go about curating the performers for the Toronto show?
Well, that's interesting. I guess I've known most of these people for quite a while. So, Moving Pictures is going to be the main tribute band on Friday night, and that's the guys I go over and see every year. And they're probably, well, they'd be shy to admit it, but they're probably considered the best Rush tribute act in the UK. They play like 70 to 100 shows every year, so they're
wow.
really popular. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their gig. That's what they do. And so, yeah, they're coming over, and we've got a few performers that are going to sit in with them. Then we started off with people we know. So a couple years ago, we had Jonathan Dinklage over, and he was part of the Clockwork Angels string ensemble. And he's also the lead guy for the orchestra for Hamilton right now on Broadway. So he's established musician, really good. So we just phoned him up and said, "Come on up." He said, "I'll be there." So he's coming. trying to get his brother to sign something. His brother is Peter Dinklage. I'm not sure if you know
Oh,
that name. You know,
yeah.
Tyrion from
He's
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
the actor guy, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
Right.
trying to see. And he was in the Roll the Bones video with the Trailer Park Boys on the R40 tour.
Well, that'd be
So
cool.
I'm trying. I phoned up Andy Kerr and I'm trying to see if I can get a still of them with that one, and then send it
Right.
to him and get him to sign it. I think that would be raise some serious funds for the charity.
Absolutely.
Everything we auction or raffle off, all those proceeds go directly to the charity. We don't use it to cover our costs. All that stuff is directly to charity. I guess I'd like to thank the boys at Big Wreck. They signed the guitar, and Rick Emmett signed one, and Terry
Oh,
Brown
nice.
got Billy Talent to sign one. So we're going to be working on some other ones that won't get in time for the thing, but we'll leave the auction up. We're talking to the Tragically Hip to get it. Hopefully, those guys will sign it. I'm hoping Gowan will sign one when Styx comes around to town, and I'm working on Steve Wilson, the prog rock guy from Porcupine Tree and all that.
Yeah.
They're going to be in town in September. I've already got my tickets, and I was talking with the guitarist for Steve's band over in Newcastle earlier this year, and I met up with him, and yeah, so I've talked to him. He's going to see if Steve will be okay in the whole band, and hopefully I can meet them before or after the show and get them to sign the guitar. I think that would go well too.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty
Yeah.
creative with this stuff. Paul, you're a music journalist, so let me just talk to you about what is like the dream interview that you've had, like the biggest interview that or you've written
Oh,
about and in your career thus far that you didn't think you were going to get, but you did get.
oh man, that's a good question. There's been a few. I cover the Juno Awards every year, and so I
Oh,
move to
okay.
city to city to city, and
Right.
I've gotten to know a lot of the artists through that. So I've been pretty lucky. But one of the coolest ones was Canadian Music Week when Gene Simmons was in town, and I
Oh,
got to talk to
wow.
Gene, and Alanis Morissette was in the same time, and got to talk with Alanis, who I admire. I just think she's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that would be two up there. I mean, of course, hanging,
Yeah.
just talking to the boys. I did 14 shows on the Time Machine tour where I interviewed the road crew. So each show I would go up early in the morning and spend the whole day with them documenting all the speakers going up and all the power and going through. And then I did the lighting. Then the great day came when I got to work with Lauren Wheat and Neil's drum tech and help set up Neil's kits, right? and
Right.
yeah, that was well, still a highlight, as you can tell. I'm just like, ooh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
As a drummer, to touch it, let alone yet polish it off and help set it
Yeah.
up. That was great. That was a highlight, and that all those came about thanks to Peggy Ciccone. She was their senior vice president. I got to know her for many years, and I just said, "Here's what I want to do." She doop, 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 signed it. Off I went. And there you go. So I followed the band around for
Wow.
14 shows, and although I had to drive, they got to go on the bus, but I didn't get that privilege. But I did at least get to spend every day, for 14 shows with them, and it was great just
That's
to meet
pretty
the
cool.
crew. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
That's all on my website. I have a Rush page, and you go down, and you'll see Lauren Wheat, and you see Appleton. Scott Appleton. That was Alex's tech, and Scully and Geddy's tech, and you'll see I have all the pictures. That's when they had the fancy like speakers, and Geddy had like that funny setup with little sausages in it. So I actually have pictures of them sitting backstage, not even on the stage yet, and close-ups of them and all that stuff. And then Alex's guitar rig at the
Really
time was
cool.
massive. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
got all that stuff on there. It is pretty cool. And I got all the specs, and I have another great interview with Geddy's brother, Alan Weinrib and Dale Heslop. They do all the live video. They're in charge of that, and they did all the little funny videos you see during the show. When they made fun of themselves, and yeah, they
Right.
did all that. So I had a really good talk to them about uh, putting all those funny videos together, and it was funny. They've never done an interview before, and we ended up 3.5, 4 hours till finally it was like we had to go, right? So they were really good. I've got some cool pictures of the guys dressed up as the trolls and all that stuff, and
You
watching.
are a super fan. Like you're talking to Geddy Lee's brother, you're talking to guitar techs. We
Lance,
have the
I
same problem with Andrew and Walter Ostenak. He just can't get enough of that polka king guy.
Yeah, that
And
polka, right? Yeah, yeah.
and it's one thing just to say, hey, I like to polka, the accordion's a sexy instrument. Let's just leave it at that. But we don't have
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
further. And he does deep dives. I'm telling you, it's embarrassing.
I
Lance,
can't remember
I
which guy there was. There's a guy that used to be on his head, and he could put a beer, and he could drink his beer while he's on his head. and I never knew how he did that one, but I've seen it.
That was Andrew.
Yeah, was it?
That was
Andrew.
Andrew.
Okay,
No.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a Canadian icon. That's his claim to fame.
Listen, Lance,
Yeah.
Paul, I'd say is a little bit more than a super fan. Like if I saw correct, you have been to 114 shows. Is that right?
Including the last 3 too. Yeah.
That's pretty much one for every year you've been born, Lance.
Ooh. You crafted that. Like I could see it coming.
It was going. It was
Wow.
going.
Are you
I had a long
happy?
time, right? My first show was in '76, the Across the Steel tour. So,
Well, yeah.
but back then it wasn't like, when I got older and a little bit more monetary backing, then I think it was after they got back together, and I just said, well, we're lucky they're back together. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to try to go to as many shows as I can. So every year
Sure.
I started doing as many shows as I could. On the R30 tour, I actually went over and did all 6 shows in the UK. I went to Italy. I went to Germany, Amsterdam. So yeah, I was all over the place on that one. It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's add up the receipt or the invoice of how much money you've spent traveling around the world to see Rush.
Yeah. I probably would have owned my house a lot longer ago if I didn't spend all that time. So. Yeah, but I look back at it, was worth it. I mean, I got to know the guy. Some of the guys. Well, I've met Neil 3 times. That was cool, and I got to know Howard Ungerleider really, really well. So I knew even if I didn't have a good seat in the show, I could just go sit with him up where he does all the lighting and all that stuff, right? So that was pretty cool. And once in a while, he just give me headphones, and you can't believe the stuff goes on in those shows. Like they're talking the whole time. All the crew's monitoring this. They're saying cueing this, cueing that. It's just amazing. The show, if you listen to it, you got to have one ear off so you can hear the band. Otherwise, all you hear is everybody talking. And if they're doing the live video shooting of the show, like the one time I had Time Machine one, it's incredible just how much volume of conversations going on with all the crew to make that stuff run. It's like
that is crazy.
I think that's interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That should be a Netflix special on sort of how these concerts happen and
I mean, it is truly amazing to sit back and watch it, right? And I just laugh. I said, I know the guys do appreciate it. They love their crew, but it's just funny when you spend since 7:00 in the morning all day, and it's 5:00 and the guys come in and everything's ready to go, and they do their sound check and they laugh and they do a couple things and then off they go, and you realize that about 100 people spent the whole day getting all that stuff ready for these guys to play, right? And I go, wow, when I was playing in the band, oh man, I think I set up my own kit, right? It's like it's stuff like that.
100%. Right.
Yeah, you look at these guys, but it's amazing. It is a great experience, and just even after the show, watching them take it down, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And the big trucks back up, and boop boop boop, everything goes down, everything goes on, and I think it's 2.5 hours after the show, and they're pretty well done, packed up, and ready to go.
Get to the next city.
To the next city. Yeah.
You should see the crew that has to put on Backstage Lowdown. Like we've got hundreds. You can't see them right now, and I can't get in touch with them. But there's a lot of people.
Right?
There are people.
They've done their job and they're hiding in the background. Right? So,
well, Paul, if you'll look closely at Andrew, the hair and makeup crew alone is just they're magic makers.
Yeah,
just magic makers, right?
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years since they last played, since Rush last played.
Yeah.
And now you're bringing it to Toronto. Have you started to hear some of the, like, any surprising stories, any emotional stories from other fans that are just really hyped up about seeing the show come into town?
There's quite a few people that I've known over the years from all the different fan conventions, and they've all just reached out and said, man, this is great. We're so looking forward to it. I mean, we might have been bad for the timing because Carabana's on and all these other things. And it's not the cheapest time of the year for anybody to come to Toronto. So I think that hurt us a bit. But, and if it goes well, I mean, so far it's looking good, then we'll probably go again. But what's really cool is on RUSHfest Scotland a couple years ago, I brought Nancy and Judy Peart over, Neil's sisters, and Hugh Simon, Terry Brown. And I found what was interesting after I interviewed the two sisters, people came up and everybody wanted to say how much their brother meant to them. Like, I got through high school because of your brother's lyrics. I got through this because of your brother's drumming, right? And that was fascinating for me to hear them tell me that when we're, coming back home on the plane or on the bus or whatever, just how much that meant to them. Just like, it's one thing to know, yeah, my brother's Neil, and wow, that stuff. But then to hear all the fans just so happy just to say hi to them and say how much their brother meant to him. And same this year, we brought Sally Svinovich over, and same thing. She's going, I can't believe how many people just want to say hi to me to tell me how much they love my brother, right? And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think that's the fascinating part. I think that's part of the reasons we do this. So Sally's going to be out on Friday night, and so is Nancy. We were hoping to have the mothers out, but unfortunately, it's when they're up in their age, it's not easy to get them maneuverable. They were all wanted to come, and I still talk to them a fair bit, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, and then we got Hugh Simon, Terry Brown coming out also, so they'll be talking to them. Kevin Anderson, who else? Oh, Jacob Moon. Jacob Moon's like a well-known Rush guy. He did Subdivisions on a rooftop, and it went viral. And Rush, when they got inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, 2010, asked Jacob to do that Subdivision song, as because they play each one of the 5 songs that were inducted in there. And that was pretty cool. I was backstage afterwards with him, and he got Neil to say Subdivisions in this little tape thing. So when he's playing it, he loops it, right? And he's playing all of a sudden when it's the right time, he holds his little tape up and hears Subdivisions by Neil, right? And everybody, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Jacob's a talented guy. He's been doing a lot of tribute acts type of stuff. Like, here's a night of, I don't know, James Taylor or something like that. So
the Troubadours. Cool, and he's got a great little band with him. They're all pretty good. And they'll do different styles. One night he'll do prog, and next time he'll do like, I can't remember all of them, but like he does like little sets of different people, right? And he nails it. He's got himself some good musicians. He's a good musician. Great voice. That's cool.
We're gonna
he'll be singing. Yeah, sorry, he'll be singing a song, Red Sector A, which is rewritten by a guy named Adi Burke. And this is a cool story. So Adi's father was liberated from the concentration camps when he was 12 years old. And he went into the German barracks and found a violin. He took it with him all across Europe until he made it to Canada. So Adi's done a great version. If there's a dry eye in the place, I'd be surprised. And Jacob sings it, and we got Nina probably playing the real violin, the actual violin. So that's going to be pretty cool. So that'd be pretty emotional, and looking forward to that one. I've heard it, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Paul, I'm so happy you're doing it. I'm happy that for the charity and for brain cancer, it's unbelievable. We've lost a few Canadian icons to cancer. You've mentioned both Gord and Neil. So I think the cause is more than worthy. I think the venue is amazing. If you're going to get to see a show anywhere, why would you not choose Massey Hall?
That's what we thought.
Or TD Hall in the case that the more intimate venue, which is fantastic. So look, we're going to wrap up with this cool thing we do called the lightning round. It's Andrew's baby. We ask you 10 quick questions, and you don't have to study for it. It's yes or no. It's like shoes or boots, and you say one. Whatever. So it's an unscientific way that we get to know Paul Beaulieu. All right. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, right? All right, Andrew, take it away, buddy.
All right, let's hit this. Outdoor festival or indoor concert venue?
Oh, that's interesting. I would say an outdoor show, not necessarily a festival. Like the Molson Amp or places like that. Great. I just find them I find them a little cooler. Like, I mean, the indoor ones are great because I think, the outdoor ones, especially depending on the time of year, you're not getting the full lighting until late into the show. And having, like I say, having Nolan Howard, hunger leader, his lighting is totally amazing. So that's a tough one. I'm going to have to go a split on that one. I would say no to the festivals. I went to a couple of Rush played, and I think they're over there somewhere, right? Yeah, it's well, that's a lie. I get tickets from the band, so I can't lie on that. But if you're not, you could be somewhere in the middle of nowhere, right? So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, Geddy's bass line or Neil's drum solos?
That's not very fair, guys.
I'm not making it easy for you, am I?
Well, I mean, it's funny though because I have Geddy's Fender Jazz bass, and I play it all the time now. but before I was a drummer. So I just have to say, growing up, for the most time, I'd have to go with the drums, but with a very strong second for Geddy and Alex solos. Right? I mean, they're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I
Analog
could just
Kid.
simple yes and no.
I need to draw your attention to the word lightning.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Everybody goes on and goes on. It's
I like
just
the
fine.
second guessing. Everybody's like, well, I could, maybe, I don't know. That's why it's tough. That's why it's tough. All right, Paul.
Analog Kid or Digital Man?
Wow, I like both of them. I'm going to go Analog Kid on that one.
Attaboy, of course you are. What kind of question is that?
Yeah.
Front row or perfect sound from the middle?
I've done both. You got to have front row. I mean, it's. I mean, I got lucky. I've been in the first few rows and been at the back, and you can't beat being in the front row.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Signed set list or backstage pass?
Well, backstage pass. That's easy. Yeah.
Got to throw you an easy one.
Yeah.
So meet the band or watch from the shadows?
You're killing me. I've done all these.
What? Meet the band or watch from the shadows? What kind of creeper are you? What are you talking about?
No, but I mean on the side of the stage, because when I was doing the road crew interviews, I had full access pass, pass, so I could watch the show from sitting next to Alex's tech or Geddy's tech, and so I mean, I could go anywhere, right? So I watched the show from all over the place. So
Paul, I get what you're saying. I'm asking him what his question was, like, watch from the shadow. I'd love to sit next to the lighting guy. Paul's living a life over here. You watch from the shadows.
Yeah,
hey, okay, you know what
you mean? Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, some people are chill and
it's a little creepy. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Next thing you know, now he's not allowed back to the next concert. Now he can't go to the next concert.
Okay. Cracked 8-track or bootleg cassette?
Well, I'm going to have to see a crap 8-track because I don't like bootleggers. And, somebody I know could be listening from the band and say, hello, we know who the bootlegger is. Right?
We want the cracked 8-track. That's the answer.
Hey, for those not born in the 1900s, an 8-track is a mode of listening to music that prefaced the cassette tape. And it was rather inefficient, but we all had them and all had access to them. Look it up. You'll find it's in the Smithsonian.
Lance, I'm not sure if you've actually ever looked at our stats before, because pretty much every single listener is going to know what an 8-track is.
Don't make me cry. We're hip.
Okay.
We're street. We're edgy.
Backstage pass or all access to the soundboard. All access to the soundboard. And I thought this was awesome because of you're the fact that you're actually at the soundboard. You've got the headphones on. You're the man that can actually answer this.
This is a tough one because, I mean, backstage pass, anybody would love that. Backstage pass doesn't mean you're going to meet the band, though. Like, you can go back and you walk around. We're having the chance to sit with the soundboard and watch the show from back there. Because when you're back there, you're actually sitting with Howard, too, in the lighting. You're seeing the show that Howard designed, right? He didn't design it for everybody that's right up front, but he designed it so like everybody else can see. And that's what he wants to see. I would say the soundboard, lighting board. Yeah.
Nice. Host a Rush trivia night or front a Rush tribute band for one song.
Then moves. It's like you guys are killing me with these things.
Glad you're enjoying.
Not you guys. Don't drag me into this.
Okay, sorry.
It's all me. I'll take the heat on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be able to play it's a lot more fun than just asking questions. No offense. Yeah.
Last but not least, vintage tour T-shirt or original concert ticket stub.
Oh.
You know what? I didn't keep all mine in the early days, so I would have to say the vintage ticket stub.
You must have a good T-shirt collection, though.
Oh,
Paul,
crazy.
from
the
Rush era.
Yeah, actually, I'm funny. I didn't have one on tonight, which is unusual. Yeah. But I mean, hold on. I got something here. I just got to quickly show you. So this is a Rush sweater. Here it is from Henderson Brewery. I don't know if
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but if you look closely, there's a little signature on there. and
Oh,
it's
no way.
I can't. I see.
I can't pick it up in the camera.
Yeah, it's the second best drummer on the planet, Gavin Harrison from Porcupine Tree. So I saw Porky Pineapple Thief last year, and I've met Gavin many times. So I went backstage and I said hi to him, and I said, "Okay, what's this? I hear you don't like Rush." And he goes, "No, that's not it. People misconstrue that." I said, "I didn't get into Rush until much later in my life. So, no, if you're talking about where I've been a Rush fan all my life, no, that's all I said. I just, didn't get into them later. So to prove that he's a Rush fan, I got him to sign my Rush Henderson beer shirt. So
that
I'm
is
pretty
so
pleased with
cool.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
Paul, this has been really awesome. I'm glad that you were able to call in today. We'll shoot this, get this edited up real quick and get it out so everybody can listen. And everybody, you guys can make sure that you get out, buy your tickets.
Yeah. And hey, Paul, what's the name of your website?
I was just going to say it. It's rushfestcanada.ca.
Okay. Right. And but your personal one,
rushfestcanada.ca.
Okay. And then if they want to read your stuff, like your journalist stuff, like your interviews and stuff,
what's that website? Canadianmusicscene.com. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, that's what I've had since 2001. And like I say, I've got lots of great pictures of Rush, stuff like that. And I had media passes to cover them when they got the Governor General Performing Arts Awards, when they won the Canadian Songwriters. I've got all these cool pictures of the guys at the different venues dressed up in tuxes and everything else. And
nice.
Yeah. And of course, all the other bands I've interviewed, and got a great interview with Rick Emmett when he did Resolution 9, the other band, the new band he started, a little Rocky.
Right.
So I interviewed him at Metalworks, and yeah, Rick was really cool. And there's a lot of neat stuff on there. And really it's just, cool. It's great. Just you take the pictures, a lot of Dream Theater pictures, another favorite band of mine. So
yeah,
Dream Theater is hilarious because most bands you get the first 3 songs. With Dream Theater, you get the first 15 minutes because one of their songs could be 15 minutes, right? So you don't get 3 songs because you could get an hour and a half of shooting them, right? So, yeah.
Paul, I've got tons of photography questions to ask you, but nobody else will care about them. And so I'll save that till offline. I'll shoot you a message after the fact.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, one other thing. If you're going to advertise that, they can get the tickets on there for both nights.
Great.
And they can use a code TCMS, the Canadian Music Scene, initials TCMS 20. And that will take $20 off their ticket price. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd rather have somebody coming out for $60 than not coming out at $80, right? Because the $60 will go to the charity. So, let's do it. And the little poster that has everybody, the performers, and the design of the poster was done by Hugh. Hugh signed for us. Yeah. Yeah, wow. He doesn't charge us. So he's going to be coming.
Include all of that information down in the show notes so people can just shoot down there, click on the link, and use your promo code.
Yeah. There and also let me know if you guys are coming. Just text me, right?
Oh, awesome.
You got my email. And we'll look after you. Yeah.
Beautiful. Cool. Thank you, sir.
How about $20 off if anybody knows what story Tom Sawyer was in? Let's see people. Does anybody out there still read? Anyone?
That'd be interesting, eh?
Right?
Who knows? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And for those are not, Tom Sawyer was a great song, but I don't want to get into it. Never mind. All right.